Kamusta mga idol? Welcome back sa maliit na channel na ito. April 20, 2019, ang labanan ni Alas si Ricardo Espinosa Franco. Tinalo niya ito via knockout. August 24, 2019, nilabanan niya si Cesar Ramirez. Tinalo siya rito via knockout. November 30, 2019, labanan niya ang African boxer na si Solani Tete. Tinalo niya ito via technical knockout. September 26, 2020, lumaban siya kay Jockey Mika. Tinalo niya ito via technical knockout. At August 14, 2021, ang inaabangan ng buong mundo, ang pagtutuos nila ni Guillermo Rigondeaux. April 13, 2013, nang matalo nito ang isa sa pambato ng Pinas na si Plus Nonito Donaire. Tinalo niya ito via unanimous decision. At January 13, 2019, natalo niya si Giovanni Delgado via knockout. At June 23, 2019, ay pinabagsak niya si Julio Ceja. February 8, 2020, ay si Liborio Soles. Natalo niya ito via split decision. Kaya sama-sama nating panoorin ang labanang ito para sa titulong WBO Bantamweight. Ang labanang ito ay ginanap sa Dignity Health Sports Park, Carson, California. Pero kung bago ka lang nagawi sa channel na ito, ay huwag mo namang kalimutan like, subscribe at paklik po ng aking kampanaryo para naman updated ka sa aking mga video.
And the early pressure by Casimiro. Casimiro's doing the right thing, and Abner alluded to it with these left hooks. He keeps Bergendahl in place, and against the left-hander, I think it's a very effective weapon. Good start by the belt holder. Casimiro just...
Sa round 1 nga ay pinipilit na makalapit ni Casimiro, ngunit talagang madulas at umiiwas dito si Rigondeaux, kaya hindi niya madali ito.
Pressure as expected.
Yeah, look at that pressure that Casimiro's giving. But then again, Rigondeaux is not throwing that jab to stop Casimiro from coming in.
And Casimiro unloading that right uppercut. Oh, there's a sniper-like straight left hand down the middle by Rigondeaux.
He is always dangerous with that counter left, whether it's an uppercut or a straight left. And Casimiro, while he's emboldened here early in this fight, needs to remember that.
Rigondeaux's only loss came against Vasily Lomachenko, the only pro matchup in boxing history pairing two-time Olympic gold medalists. The fight took place at 130, well over Rigondeaux's best weight. In fact, he thinks his best weight is the one he's competing in right now. Time will tell. And boy, another beautiful...
Sa round 2 nga ay maganda ang kilos ni Rigondeaux. Nakakatama siya kay Janariel Casimiro.
And it's three rounds. So Casimiro has 12 rounds. Well, 9 now.
Final 20 seconds of the third round, in which Rigondeaux chewed up a lot of real estate.
Mentioned that Casimiro was hoping work rate would help him. He's only thrown 69 punches in this fight, and part of the reason is just catching Rigondeaux is a tough one. Rigondeaux himself has only thrown 61.
And I think it's about being patient now for Casimiro. You got to wait for the right time to let go of the right hand, which he still hasn't.
Yeah.
And Casimiro attempting to make that investment to the body, as you've mentioned as well, but off balance throwing that left hand. But the investment to the body will be one way if you can tag him, Abner, to slow him down. Oh, and Rigondeaux comes back.
They both throw that body shot at the same time. But yeah, you're right. He's setting up that left hook, but he's got to come with the straight right hand or straight to the body. Speaking of Casimiro.
less movement from Rigondeaux in the last minute and a half or 2 minutes of this fight. Whether that continues, we'll see.
Lead left hand by Rigondeaux.
Watch the camera, guy.
Minute and a half left here in the fourth. Casimero trying to find a way to close the distance without being countered by one of the best counter.
Clearly, you know, Rigondeaux is the Rigondeaux Invitational track meet for a lot of that time, and it's very hard to win rounds that way. We'll probably see him in there. You see him trying to counterpunch more early in the round.
Yeah, I think even as a trainer, you get frustrated. You know, you worked on something, and it wasn't just running around the ring. So Ronnie Shield now wants him to, you know, sit in the center of the ring, throw more punches.
And, you know, a couple of those rounds, the left hand's nice right
Casimero, a couple of rights holding on to that right of Rigondeaux to keep him in place.
Yeah. And in one or two of those rounds, there were some left hands from Rigondeaux that could have won him one or two of those rounds.
Abner is someone who has been in this sport at the highest level. I know it's easier said than done from your vantage point, seeing what you've seen thus far. What would you recommend Casimero try to do a better job of in terms of trying to cut off the ring?
Well, exactly that. Do not just follow Rigondeaux. You got to close the ring. Do that. Work
I guess he heard us.
Throw that body shot, that left hand to the body, to the head. Do not let him out. And once that hand touches, believe me, the right hand will touch also. So make sure you let go of the right hand for Casimero.
And Casimero normally can double with the left hook. That's what he's got to try and do, even though it's difficult against this moving target.
But I always said, if my lead hand touches his face, his body, believe me, my right hand is going to do so as well. So Casimero has to let go of the right hand. He hasn't yet. He's done it a few times.
Well, Rigondeaux with a side headlock on Casimero.
We saw Casimero there try the right hand a couple of times, and part of that is due to Rigondeaux. But even when Rigondeaux was stationary, Casimero wasn't super active. So he's not super active either in this round.
There's a counter left by Rigondeaux as Casimero tries to rough him up on the inside. 15 seconds left in the round.
10 seconds, estamos de bell. 10 segundos, para
And the timekeeper just hit the bell more times than Rigondeaux hit Casimero.
That he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Not because he's being pressured to do it.
Good point.
Is the frustration growing within Casimero and making him just overthink?
And I said this, you know, in the beginning of the fight, Casimero is going to be missing a lot. He cannot get frustrated.
Oh, he's getting frustrated.
Be patient.
As are the fans getting frustrated.
Yeah.
And he's reacting even to feints by Rigondeaux, which is fascinating.
10 seconds, estamos de bell. 10 segundos.
Our unofficial scorer, Steve Farhood, has Rigondeaux ahead now after 7.
I think most boxing fans are surprised that Rigondeaux has been able to fight. Oh, there's that counter left hand from
Counter left hand by Rigondeaux.
He wants to get that punch in to be sure.
And it's been very effective when he has used it sparingly.
Yes, I mean, it has gotten there, and certainly Shields has urged him strongly to use it more often.
So at the beginning of the night, who would have thought that Rasheed Warren would be the most spectacular performer we would see thus far?
Well, in terms of power, right, we certainly thought he could have fought a very effective fight, but for him to be the power puncher of the evening is pretty extraordinary. And now there's that double left hook from Casimero, but sparing.
Round 8 ay wala pa rin tayo nakikitang maganda sa labanang ito.
Fainting and making it difficult for Casimero to land punches, which is also fascinating.
One thing's for sure, Rigondeaux is well on his way to getting his 10,000 steps in for this championship match.
You are correct, sir. And this is this is this fight, the microcosm this round. There's been 35 punches thrown, according to show stats. 5 have landed for Casimero, 4 for Rigondeaux. How do you choose what you think? There's a nice left hook by Casimero that gets in, but how do you choose? But Rigondeaux's thrown so few punches.
My goodness, he's put his hands are in his pockets. He's utilizing the footwork, but a frustrating viewing experience to say the least.
Surprising, and I don't think anyone really thought he was capable of doing that. And yes, part of it is Casimero allowing it, but just the fact that he's been able to do it, I think, is surprising. It might not be thrilling to people, but he's been able to do it.
And now Casimero tries to go in. Boy, now Rigondeaux.
And in this round, in the very sporadic moments when he's chosen to do it, Rigondeaux has countered effectively. So what do you do?
And made Casimero miss spectacularly.
Yes, exactly.
And there, counter, the jab that lands for Rigondeaux. And as Steve Farhood mentioned, if a punch lands, and it's the only punch that lands in the round, you got to give it to that fighter, right, Abner?
Of course you do.
Oh, nice left hand that lands for Rigondeaux. We're off to the...
As a coach, I think...
Round 11. Makuha kaya ng ating pambato ang inaasam niyang knockout kontra kay Guillermo Rigondeaux.
And to echo what Abner said before, we have huge respect for the boxing skills of Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know, he's clearly, even the fact that he can move this weight at age 40, but he just more offensively, it needs to be done to make it, you know, a really good fight. And look, Steve Farhood has that last round for Rigondeaux, which you could make, and he's got this a close fight.
You don't normally hear boos here in Carson, California.
And you know what the most frustrating thing is? That Casimero is right there and he could let his hands go. But you know what the thing is? That he knows that Rigondeaux is such a great counter puncher that he just does not let go. So,
nice left hook by
trying to find burrow his way inside. And my goodness, referee Catu's got to warn Rigondeaux about that second time where he's kind of just manhandled him with headlocks.
And we
1
mentioned,
minute left, sorry.
No, it's okay. We mentioned how often
But that's it.
Well, you can count on your one hand the amount of combinations thrown in this fight. They probably mostly come from Casimero. And you could tell me any way this fight is scored at this point, and I would say it would be plausible.
Well, Steve Hart is telling you that Rigondeaux was ahead by a point,
and if I saw a scorecard,
difficult to score.
Yeah, if I saw a scorecard that told me Casimero was ahead by 5, I would buy into it. So, you know.
What would be interesting is that
I need to point that out is so few punches land in these rounds and so few are clean. And as Steve Farhood aptly pointed out, sometimes 1 or 2 punches make the difference in these rounds.
In terms of total punches landed midway through the 12th in the fight out, for Casimero 45, for Rigondeaux 43.
Yeah, that tells us all we need to know. And they have combined for less than right around 500 punches. Combined for 500 punches. So, you know, there's not a lot going on. It's really surprising. I did not expect to see this. I thought we might see some boxing from Rigondeaux. I didn't expect to see this.
Casimero tries to put a combination together. And Rigondeaux continues to let his feet fly, not his fists. And Casimero unable to start firing. Rigondeaux's just not there. And when he is, like here, as Abner, you astutely put it, he's worried about the counterattack.
They're worried about getting counterpunched.
Good luck to the three judges seated at ringside. It will be up to them to determine who leaves Dignity Health Sports Park a 118-pound champion.
Judge at ringside, Daniel Sandoval, scores the bout 116 to 112 in favor of John Riel Casimero. And a third judge, Robert Hoyle, scores the bout 117 to 111 in favor of the winner and still champion, John Riel Cuadro Alas Casimero.
At natapos nga ang round 12, ay hindi natin nakita ang inaasam natin na knockout na magmumula sa ating pambato na si John Riel Casimero. Pero magkaganon man, ikinararangal pa rin natin dahil nanalo pa rin ang ating kababayan via split decision. Kaya sama-sama nating ipagdiwang ang panalong ito ng ating pambato na si John Riel Casimero alias Quadro Alas. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay ang bawat Pilipino. God bless you all, kabayan.